Yo, what's up guys? Alex here from Elite Football Conditioning. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about one of the key questions I get on a regular basis, and a lot of the time it's parents that are asking me this. So, parents, this one's for you. Now, if you've got a young footballer or a young athlete that plays any sport, rugby, cricket, American football, doesn't matter, whichever sport they play, you want to be doing some form of physical training, physical conditioning. I get it. All right. If your kid is age sort of 14 and under, you need to pay attention to their stages of development and think about what you're actually getting into. So at that age, at that early phase of development, they do not need to be doing tons and tons of gym work. All right. I would recommend for young kids, get into the gym, learn the environment, learn how to function in it, learn how to move, start lifting weights and building a bit of foundational strength, learning key movement patterns that are going to cross over into various other sports and ultimately life in general. Really, really important skills. I would suggest if you want to get them involved in any sort of gym work, once a week is absolutely fine. They don't need to be doing more than that. If you do want to push them a little bit harder, twice a week maximum. That is a maximum, twice a week maximum. Ultimately, at that early age, kids need to be playing sports. They need to be playing loads of different games, not just dominating in one sport, because ultimately, if they perform the same repetitive movements, the same repetitive patterns in the same sport again and again and again and again, yeah, they'll get really good. There's also a very high likelihood of burnout and a much higher increased risk of injury. So ultimately, we want to get the benefits from different sports. So think about performing athletics, play football, play a collision sport, maybe rugby, cricket. You might want to play a sport that focuses a lot on jumping, change of direction, agility. So court-based sports, whether it's tennis, squash, basketball. You might want to get them into some form of mixed martial arts discipline where they're learning to physically handle themselves in combat situations, but ultimately learning to role developing coordination, core strength to be able to compete one-on-one with another individual that will serve them well when it comes to winning battles in their sport. They're all key parts of it. So do not neglect the benefit of just playing loads of sports. And I know I'm killing you as parents right now because you're thinking, shit, I already take the kids out multiple times a week to multiple sports and loads of different appointments, and I haven't got any time for myself anyway. Sorry, but you might have to add a bit more to your diary. I don't know if that's a fair thing to suggest. Realistically, as long as they're playing games, as long as they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves, even if it's just messing around in the park with you or the mates, then that's the best way to go. They need to be enjoying sports and having fun at an early phase and keep them doing it. Variety is key at this early point. Learning to catch different balls, for example, learning to track different speeds, different directions that they're going to be coming from. Different sports are going to mean they're changing direction in different ways, learning different movement patterns to accelerate, decelerate, twisting and turning. There are so many things that are going to carry over. And then eventually when they hit that maturation phase, they're getting through 14, 15, 16, then it might be time to start thinking about specialising a little bit more, adding in a little bit more gym work and focusing more on one or two key sports that you think they might excel at or that they enjoy most. So don't throw them in the gym and keep them in there and lock them up. Don't throw away the key. Keep them playing sports, keep them playing games, and variety is king. So play around with it and just let them have fun. Let them be kids. That's it. Simple as that. You would think you wouldn't really need to be told that, or people wouldn't really need to be told that, but apparently they do. So, and that's coming from someone that trains people for a living. Like, I need people in the gym to be able to run my business, but here I'm telling you, get out of the gym. So, I have nothing to gain from this. I do get people coming and asking me about training programs for their youngsters, and a lot of the training, I do train kids. So I do work with younger kids, younger athletes. The training programs that I work with the majority of my clients on are not suitable for kids. I would recommend kids come in and see me one-to-one or in small groups where I can actually keep an eye on the movement and make sure they're doing the right things and take that load off you as a parent. So a couple of little differences there. And in terms of the online programming that I do, that is not suitable for children. They need to be able to logistically manage the workload and have some form of ability to take themselves through it, rather than like, I'm not just there to push them and tell them to do X, Y, or Z. So I have actually recorded a podcast on all the kinds of things that kids should be specialising in and the different phases of growth and development they're going to go through. So I will dig that out and I'll try and put that into the link for this video. And I'm also going to try and go back and snip some of that out because I think there's loads of useful content in there. Some of that I've touched on in this, but ultimately for kids, when it comes to training, sports development and progression, yes, get them in the gym, maybe once, maybe twice a week, but ultimately let them play games, let them have fun, let them enjoy themselves. Keep doing that. Until next time, Michael out.